Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Reading with Miss Busy Bee Lizzie. Today I'm going to be giving an update on Boy's Life. Well everyone, it is a pretty chilly day here in Southern California. And I know that's not saying much for other states out there who have much colder weather, but I hope you all have your warm, cozy drinks ready, whether that be coffee or tea. Today, for me, instead of a coffee or tea, I am going with a coconut water. Just because I wasn't really craving any coffee or tea right now, which is weird for me because I can always go for a coffee. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with my coconut water for this episode. Anyways, I am about a quarter way through with Boy's Life, and I have one word to sum it up: childhood. Now again, like I said, I am only a quarter way through it at the moment, so that is the word I would use to sum up what I've read so far. But this book so far is just pure childhood in the most purest way ever. Robert McCammon does a beautiful job describing everything in this book so far. Like when it's hot in the book, I'm feeling the heat over here. When it's cold in the book, I'm feeling the weather over here as well. When the main character Corey's stomach starts turning because of a nasty thing that this little girl is doing during church, my stomach starts turning too. He's just so descriptive in the way he's describing the scene of the book that it feels like I'm right there in the story with him. Just the way that he describes like summer vacation, that feeling that you get on the last day of school, waiting for the school bell to ring, anxious and ready for the excitement of hanging out with your friends and not having to worry about homework and enjoying your summer nights. Now this place in the book, it takes place in the South. It takes place in a small town called Zephyr in Alabama, and in the 1960s. So I know you can't compare that to me, whereas I grew up in a large city in the 1990s. But, you know, the feelings transfer. And I'm definitely getting these nostalgic thoughts of me as a kid in the 1990s, waiting for that bell to ring right on the last day of school to begin my summer vacation. It's just, Robert McCammon does such a good job on the details in this book that you feel everything that the character is feeling. Like you understand. Only now I'm understanding it. I'm seeing it as an adult, and instead of being a kid like Corey is and seeing his point of views, I'm seeing the adult point of views. But I mean, man, it's bringing back some nostalgic feelings. Okay, so to sum up what I've read so far, like I said, it takes place in the 1960s in a town called Zephyr in Alabama. And so Corey, which is the main character, I believe he's 11. He's an 11-year-old boy. He's riding in a dairy truck with his dad because his dad delivers milk and cheese and, you know, dairy products to the people in town. So he's going on these deliveries with his dad in the morning, and a car zooms past and goes into this very deep lake that, you know, this town knows this lake, and they know once something goes in that lake, like, you're not getting it out once it sinks to the bottom. So anyways, you know, this car zooms into the lake. Corey's dad jumps out of the truck and he jumps into the lake to try to rescue whoever is in this car, only to realize that once he gets to the door to help this guy out, the guy is already dead. And the reason he knows he's dead is because his face looks like it was just beat into a pulp, and he's got wire around his neck. And so this haunts Corey's dad. Like, he obviously, they go home, call the cops. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. he called the cops at the nearest neighbors. But this thought just haunts him because he starts to realize, like, whoever did this, whoever murdered this man, has to be somebody who either lives in town, or most likely somebody that he knows, you know, somebody that he delivers dairy products to, somebody that they might buy clothes from or food from. Like, it can be one of his own people in his town, because only they know about this lake. Like, once something goes in, you know, it's most likely not coming out. So yes, this haunts Corey's dad, and Corey sees it. He realizes that it's bothering him, but he's also just a boy, you know, and he enjoys things like hanging out with his friends, playing with his dog, going to the movies, just being an 11-year-old boy and enjoying his childhood. And so that's where I'm at the moment. And again, I know I'm barely even touching the surface, but to me, like, so far, it's a great book because I feel like I'm right there in the story. Yeah. But anyways, that's it. That's all I have so far. I am reaching some key points in the story where some dots are starting to connect a little bit to give me more information, and it's taking me to more places. It's not enough information yet to have that aha moment, but it's definitely enough to keep me coming back and, you know, wanting to read the next chapter, turn the page. It's a page turner. Let's just say that. So I'm having a great time reading so far. And yeah, I'm excited to continue this book. And I'm not a fast reader. I like to take my time because I like to get engulfed in the story. I don't like to read just to finish the book or just, you know, check it off my list or anything like that. I read to get excited about the story. This is actually the type of book that I like. It's the type of book that that makes me get excited at work, knowing that, like, oh, I'm almost finished with work. Like, I can't wait to go home and, you know, pour myself a cup of tea or coffee and huddle up in my chair and read, you know, get back into this story and figure out what's going on. Like, maybe we could figure out who murdered this guy in the car. Like, I don't know, it gets me excited, and that's what I love about reading. That's how I felt about Twilight. I know I'm bringing Twilight up again, but I just love that book series. I love the saga. And that's how I feel about Twilight. Like, I read it and I just want more. I want more. Like, I want to keep going. And if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I just finished New Moon right before I started Boy's Life, which was like about a week ago. And I'm craving it again. I'm craving more. So what I decided to do was to watch the movies. So I finished Twilight two nights ago. I watched New Moon yesterday, and I'm going to watch Eclipse today. Again, I love the book series way more than I do the movies, but I gotta say, the movies, I guess when you're a Twilight nerd, they still hit pretty good. So I'm excited, getting ready for movie night right now. And yeah, that's all I got for today. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you were all having a really good day today, and I hope you catch me in the next video. I'll see you later, friends.